Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the official One UI 2.5 update and all the new features that you get with this brand new update. We're going to talk about the features in detail so you don't miss anything. Now this one here is a Samsung Galaxy S20. Samsung is releasing their One UI 2.5 to a bunch of Samsung smartphones. Now let me just show it to you: about phone, software information, and we have One UI 2.5 and Android 10. So this phone is good to go. Now if you are wondering if your Samsung Galaxy phone is eligible, I'm going to drop a link down below. Just click it and it's going to give you the full official Samsung update list to see if your phone is eligible. So click the link, check to see if your phone is in the list. But now let's dive into the brand new features. We have so many features: keyboard updates, always on display updates, camera updates, wireless decks, and so much more. Let's dive in. All right, so we do get some really cool updates to our keyboard. So let me launch my messages right over here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up my keyboard, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna tap on the buttons right over here, and that's gonna expand all the available options. Now most of these guys are existing features, except we now have a brand new YouTube search functionality built into the keyboard. So when you're talking to somebody on a text message, what you can do, you can pull up your keyboard, you can go right inside there, okay, and let's say you want to go to YouTube, and it's going to actually launch YouTube. And first and foremost, it's just going to give you all the popular videos right on the top right here, and you can scroll through them. And if you want to share a particular video, all you do is tap on the actual video, and it's going to send the name and the link of that video to your friend or whoever you're talking to. Now if you want to preview the video yourself, you can tap the arrow right here, and that's going to launch that video in a separate video in the actual YouTube application. All right, so that's one of the keyboard updates. Now real quick, if I go into YouTube real quick, I do want to let you know that if you want, you can search for a specific YouTube video. So if I were to type in sakitech right now, okay, and tap on search, my sakitech video is going to pop up, and again I can share them and do what I please with these guys. So that's number one. Number two, in the landscape mode, now we have access to the split screen keyboard. Let me show you. So normally in landscape mode, this is the keyboard that you end up seeing. Now the phone is very large, so it might be a little hard to type with this keyboard with two hands. So what they allow you to do is they give you a split keyboard. So all you do, again, tap on this button, all right, and then go into the settings right over here, and then you want to go to style and layout. You go inside, and then over here you have the modes option. You go to modes option. In portrait, you tell them I want a standard keyboard, and then in landscape I want a split keyboard. So you tap on this one. Now when I go back out, you'll see that we have a brand new split keyboard that can also be adjusted in size based on your needs. So if I tap this guy right here, I can swipe over till I find keyboard size, and I can individually resize the split keyboards to fit the way I type with two hands as I hold the phone. All right, so let's move on. Now the biggest change that we have is in the actual camera application. So let me launch my camera application, and I'm going to go over to my Pro Video mode. So we go to Pro Video, and immediately the whole interface is a little bit different. First and foremost, on the top corner, we have a histogram option. So if I click this, I can enable a histogram so I can use it with my video recording. And if you're a professional, you know that's going to help you a lot. On top of that, when I choose a certain resolution for my Pro Video mode recording, that resolution and the frames per second shows up on the top corner. So this one is 8K at 24 frames per second. When I go to my settings, I have a special menu just for the Pro Video size option. When I go inside, first thing I have is I can now record in 8K at 24 frames per second. So it's not only a Note 20 feature, now it also comes to the S20, at least for now. And on top of that, we have a brand new aspect ratio, 21:9 at 8K or 21:9 at any resolution that you choose. So that is fantastic. Now we're not done. We also have another amazing little option over here. We have our microphone meter. So as you talk, it shows you the levels of your microphone. And finally, when you tap this button, which is brand new, you tap on it, you can choose any microphone on the actual smartphone to do the recording. You want to use the front only? Go for the front only. You want to use the rear only? Just go for that one. If you want to use both microphones, all the microphones from all directions, you go for the omnidirectional microphone. Now, if you were to connect your Samsung Galaxy Buds via Bluetooth to the smartphone, you can use the microphone in your buds with the Bluetooth option as well. So that is almost going to act like a lavalier microphone. Amazing. And if you want to go crazy, you want to use a USB microphone, you can do that as well. As you connect them, these options become visible. All right. So those are all the new camera options. And I do want to let you know, if you tap on the button on the top here, you get the options from here as well. So you can choose them right from here, the aspect ratio and the resolution. All right. Let's move on. Now, one more update that we have on the camera has to do with the single take option. So I launched the camera. I'm going to go over to my single take option and you'll see a brand new button at the bottom corner. Right now it says 15 seconds. So I can tap on it and I can change it anywhere from 15 seconds all the way down to 5 seconds. So I can do a single take for 5 seconds, or I can do a single take for 6 seconds if that's what I want, or I can do it for, let's say, 10 seconds. All right. So the single take option is now customizable, and that's great. Another huge update is the wireless DeX functionality. So when I pull the notifications panel, in your control panel, if you swipe over, you'll see the DeX function right here. When you click it, it takes you to the DeX screen. And if you have any smart TVs in your home that have Wi-Fi, it's going to show up right here. And you click it and your phone projects its entire operating system, the DeX operating system, into the TV. And you can use your phone as a trackpad to control what's on the TV. Now, I do want to let you know, this option doesn't kill the other options. So you can do wireless DeX, or you can still do wired if that's what you prefer. Or if you swipe over, you can also do desk via PC. So all the old options, these two guys are still here, but now you have the wireless DeX functionality as well. Again, I'll drop a link down below that gives you a full demonstration of DeX, how to set it up, and all its features in case you're interested. Let's move on. Now, one more cool little change. If I go into my settings, and if I go into the lock screen, and if I go into my always on display, let's say I want to change the clock style. When I tap on it, now I can actually go over here and I can add a Bitmoji as my always on display image. So I tap on Bitmoji, and if you have the application, you can log into it, and any Bitmoji that you have, you can actually add it to your always on display. So let me give you a live example. I just logged into my Bitmoji account. I'm going to go to always on display. I'm going to tap on clock style. I'm going to pick the option that allows me to add Bitmoji. I'm going to tap it. And look at all the options you get. Okay, you can have all these options on your always on display. Let's just tap on this one here as an example. Tap on done. And let's turn off the screen. Okay. Look at that. That's the Bitmoji that I'm seeing on my always on display. Now, when you go into your Wi-Fi settings, let me go to my Wi-Fi over here. We do have even upgrades to that. So let's go to Wi-Fi. Unless I'm searching for a Wi-Fi, here's what's going to happen. If the phone detects a Wi-Fi that is fast, slow, or slower, it will actually tell you right over here that this Wi-Fi is a slow Wi-Fi or a fast Wi-Fi. It's going to say it right here. When you click it, it's going to tell you what it is. And when you go inside here, if you're at a friend's house and if your friend is in your contacts list in your Samsung phone, you're going to see an option here that says request password. You can click the request password. It's going to ask your friend to send their local Wi-Fi password in their house to your phone. So you don't even have to see the password. You just tap on request. Your friend taps approve on his phone, and boom, you're good to go. Instant connection to the Wi-Fi. All right? We have a change on the actual Edge panel. So when I go into my Edge panels, and if I activate my actual Apps Edge panel, which is this one right here, now I can add many more applications. Okay, so now I can add up to 22 applications. Now there's a little split view here. On the top, it gives you access to 4 most used applications. At the bottom are the ones you can add yourself by clicking this edit button. All right, so from here, as you can see, now I have 22. If I try to add more, it stops me from doing it, but in the past the limitation was only 10. Now it's 22. One more thing, in the same panel, if I tap on this button here, I can actually access my entire app drawer from here and even search it from here. And on top of that, I can tap on this one and I can go for all the applications that actually support multi-window view if I want to do split screen multitasking. And I can search, like I said, right from here. Is the same as the app drawer right here, but now it's in your Edge panel as well. Now we do have some amazing updates to the Notes application. So let me go into my Samsung Notes application. All right, right over here. First and foremost, I can import PDF files and sign them on the fly. So let's say somebody sent me a document. I download the document, I tap on PDF, I go inside here and I just pick the document. Let's just click this one right here. I'm going to tap on done. So the document came right up, and let's say I want to sign this and send it back to somebody. All I do is swipe down, tap on the pen icon, and just sign wherever I want. Amazing. Just import documents, sign them, and then when you're done, you can tap on this button. You can share it as a PDF file through your email. Absolutely fantastic. You can also tap on that button and you can say save as file and pick the option you want. You can save it as a PDF file and boom, share it that way as well. That's one thing. There's so many more options, but I'm going to drop a link to a separate video to go over all the Samsung Notes options separately. But let me show you one more thing. If I tap on plus, okay, and if I tap on this button here, I can now do voice recording. So I'm going to tap on the voice recording. I'm going to start writing on the screen. Watch this. Let me grab the pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to press stop. Now I'm going to play that. I'm going to expand this. I'm going to play it. See what happens with the notes. Look at that. Let me grab the pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My writing is synchronized with the actual voice message. So if I'm in a classroom or at a meeting and somebody's giving a speech, I can take notes as I'm recording their speech, and my notes are going to synchronize with the speaker. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to drop a link to the full options for the Samsung Notes down below. But let's keep moving on and looking at all the other options. Now, the next thing I want to talk about has to do with your messages. So when I launch my messages application, as you can see, we have the category view. You can press here, you can add categories, and then you can add certain messages underneath the categories to organize your text messages. Now, that is an existing feature, but now you can tap this button here and you can access the edit categories option right from here, from where you can delete, add, or sort your categories as you desire. Okay, in the past you would have to go into your menus, into your settings. Now I can go right from here. Boom, boom, good to go. Let's move on. We do have an update to our reminders application. So if I go to my reminders application right over here, now when I click plus, what I can do is I can actually add time and location for my memos, for my reminders. So time and place is brand new. Fantastic. Now, 2 quick changes. When you pull down the notifications panel, let's say you have a problem with your phone and you need some support from Samsung. You pull this down, you tap here, and now you have a contact us option. You click it, it launches the Samsung's member application and brings you straight to the get help screen and also news and tips. You can start remote support from here, so somebody can connect to your phone, help you out, or you can start texting and chatting with a Samsung rep. This is only if you're having a problem. Another quick thing is if I pull the Finder up and if I go into my settings, if I go into my Finder settings, you're no longer going to see the customization services, the marketing stuff over here. It has been removed. So one less thing to actually worry about. Nobody likes marketing or customization of marketing, so they took it out from the Finder's setting. All right, so that was a comprehensive list of all the new One UI 2.5 features with the latest massive update on our Samsung Galaxy smartphones. Now, again, like I said, if you want to see if your device is eligible for this upgrade, click the link down below. It's going to take you to my website, and it has a full list of all the phones, the Samsung phones, that are eligible for the One UI 2.5 update. But if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. And for now, guys, have a fantastic day.